Hello guys, welcome to my newest YouTube video. Today I'm presenting you another carrier. This time it is Tier 6 carrier, American Carrier Ranger, which I played while grinding towards the Lexington and the Midway. Right now, at the moment, I am still at playing with the Lexington. So, this is quite nice matchmaking. We are tier 6 carrier, and the top tier is the tier 6. So, we have a lot of. There are three destroyers which I want to focus first, at least on the one side, and I hope that my team will be able to deal with the destroyers on the opposite side. But in the beginning, you will pick, always taking like rocket planes and trying to hunt the destroyers, right? So I will be searching for the destroyers, and most likely after I spot some of the ships, I will decide where to go, to which side do I want to go. You know, this time I decided not to pick any, to not to drop any protective fighters for my team. I just wanted to drop fighters which will be spotting for my team the enemy battleships, right? So the Koenig and the Arizona, when if they will be approaching or sailing towards my fighters, they will be spotted. I was spotting Grafspeer, and now I was searching for the destroyer, but I couldn't find it. So I will decide to move on to avoid the Grafspeer's A fire, and then move on to the middle of the map and to the right side. Um, as I mentioned in the beginning, I always want to find the destroyers and start harassing the destroyers. But because on the left side I couldn't find the destroyers, I just immediately turn away and fly, and I flew to the opposite side of the map and trying to spot the destroyers there. It's quite important to have destroyers, because if your team doesn't have destroyers and the enemy does, then that's a huge advantage. Even though this is a standard battle, therefore it's not domination, and it's not that important to have destroyers in this type of battle. But here I find, well, it was actually T-22 who spotted the destroyers here, and we noticed that there are two destroyers actually and Furataka here. So I decided I wanted to drop over the island, but it's basically no longer possible to drop over the island. So the first salvo missed, and I shot the rocket planes. I didn't keep them because I knew that I actually want to save my rocket planes, because of the Furataka will be shooting down my planes, right? So I shot down the Sampo into water, so my rocket planes would return to me quicker, and I will have full squad. And I immediately pick up the torpedo bombers, because that's they are sitting in the smoke, right? They smoked up. There are three ships in the smoke. So if I shot the smoke with the torpedo bombers, there's a high chance, high probability that I will actually hit something, right? And we have there. My full attacker was pushing like crazy, and T-22 was actually doing really great job torping that smoke from very close range, and he was not detected, right? Because all the ships, all the enemy ships were in the smoke. So now I will try to blind fire the smoke with my torps, and I will be trying to focus the Furataka, which beach, right over there somewhere. So I'm trying to hit that ship Then I will turn around. I knew that I hit her, and she's still probably most likely beach. So I will try to hit her again. And based on the AA fire, I could see the her position on this. I could estimate her position, and I was able to actually hit her. Right. So that's my first kill on the Furataka. My team was able to actually get rid of the one of the destroyers. Right? That was, I believe, Nicholas. No, it was Mutsuki, and I killed with my remaining torpedo. I killed the Nicholas. So we get rid of two destroyers and cruiser on the right side, and then Nicholas gave me a second kill. Now I see that there is a Bayern pushing in, which will be my next target, right? Because the Nuremberg was sailing away. He will be probably going into the mid. So dropping ships which are alone is very nice for the carrier, because now you are only dealing with the one ship AA fire, and you won't be losing the planes so quickly, right? So that's the first thing here. I believe I will make a mistake. I didn't expect the Bayern to turn and give full broadside to my Fuso and Pensacola, but he did. So my drop is from side with the bombs, with the dive bombers, and you don't want to drop that way. You would first. Uh, the American dive bombers do not have the like really good accuracy, and in comparison with the Japanese. With the Japanese one, I would most likely hit the buyer. But with the Americans, yeah, when you are dropping from the side, the bombs the bombs are all over the your aiming circle, so there's really bad chance of actually hitting him. And with my second drop, which was way better, I hit him. I hit probably Byron's turret, and therefore I did get non-penetrating shot. And I noticed the Nürnberg is pushing heavily. And he's pushing into through the narrow channel, right? So I will be focusing him. And I noticed he was slowing down, so I just aim barely in front of him, and from behind I'm trying again, hit him. I was hoping that he will reverse, will slightly move, but luckily I was able to still hit him with one torpedo, and my Nürnberg fighters were actually destroying a lot of my torpedo bombers, but I still remain. I had still one remaining, which I was able to drop him and kill him. So that's my second kill, and now it's time again to go after, I believe, the Bayern, because he's the alone ship. Because if you look on the minimap, there are plenty of enemy ships on the left side, and oh, I know what I'm doing here. No, I ignored the buyer because I noticed there were torpedoes. When I was sailing, there were torpedoes going towards the New Mexico and Nuremberg, and I noticed that there must be a distress skipper in around G4, G5, and yeah, there it is. Right there it is. So I immediately, even though I have bombers, if you hit with the bombers the destroyers, then you have some chance of killing the destroyer, because the damage you deal a lot of damage. But unfortunately, I just dropped the fighters above the fusion, and the fusion actually smoked up. So there were no chance to there was no chance for me to actually kill him right now. So I continue and flew over the Nürnberg, and you again see that was mistake from me. I was dropping him from the side, right? So, but okay, I, I I get rid of the Nürnberg, and now I will be going after the Fusion again. So immediately I picked up the rocket planes because this is normal battle. We don't want to have enemy destroyer in our cap, and especially because this fusion was actually causing quite havoc in my team. He was hitting the torpedoes. He didn't kill any battleships, any destroyers, but he was dealing a lot of damage. So we need to get rid of the fusion. So we get rid of the fusion, and it was actually my fifth kill already, and that's the Kraken Unleashed. Now I see that my team on the left side lost, but my team on the right side is heavily pushing into enemy capture point, right? So I decided, okay, it's time for me to now focus the ships in the middle. So now I will go after the New Mexico, even though there is also Bayer, which is causing quite troubles. I was planning to go to right side, somewhere to 9 line, F9 or something like that, but then I decided against it because the New Mexico was actually pushing heavily towards me, so I decided to immediately turn around and set to G10 corner, somewhere like that, just to make sure that I'm keeping my distance from from this New Mexico, and I will be focusing the New Mexico. And the drops with the Ranger, yeah, I'm not definitely one of the best carrier players, but I missed the drop. I aim too much forward, too much in front of the New Mexico, and even though I scored some hits, but damage was not there. Proper damage. So currently you can see I have only 36,000 damage, but that's quite usual for me to in the beginning of the battle, because again, when I'm focusing the destroyers, that means I'm not dealing as much damage as I could possibly, because usually you want the damage you grind on with the carrier is on the battleships, which are slow. I cannot, and they can't dodge your torpedo attacks, right? They have really troubles to dodge torpedo attacks, and you can see that's my second drop on the New Mexico, and I will be dropping him one more time. So those will be in total 3 drops, and suddenly I just got like 36,000 damage purely on the New sorry, I had 36,000 damage before I start attacking the New Mexico. Now I have 52, so that was like 16,000 damage just the New Mexico. And when the Mexico is dead, I will be turning my ship again towards the north. You can see the map when I immediately go into tactical map to change my course, because I want to be close to the enemy. Or closer to the enemy, so I can actually get my planes towards the enemy faster, and also I'm facing towards the enemy, so whenever I launch planes, they are actually facing directly towards the enemy, and I can fly straight towards them and not doing any unnecessary circles. So my next target will be Bayern. As you can see, my 2 battleships managed to get into the enemy cap, and all the enemy battleships and all enemy ships decided, okay, we need to go. We need to go and actually protect our cap, and they are all together. So here I'm losing quite a lot of planes while I'm trying to drop the Bayern. I still will be able to drop him like twice, so that's really good, right? But still, because the Koenig, Arizona, Congo, and Bayern, they are all together, and they have even vessel planes above them. It's quite difficult for me to be dropping them. So I'm trying to find the closest target where I can avoid the most of the anti-aircraft fire from the enemy, right? So right now the Koenig, Arizona, and Bayer are grouped up tightly. So and I noticed the Congo is quite fast ship for a battleship. The Japanese usually are decently fast on the low tier, and he's like running away from the tight group of the Koenig, Bayer, and Arizona. So my target will be the Congo, because in that case I can actually here I should be already turning to the right towards the Congo. I'm not sure if I will be dropping the uh, dropping. Yeah, I decided still here. Most likely, no. I decided still to drop the Bayern because he was low, but this is mistake. This is mistake because I will be losing a lot of planes that way, and this was mistake drop. I should go for the canning because the canning. I'm sorry, the Congo, because the Congo was actually the one I should be focusing. As he was further away from the enemy team. Luckily, our destroyer, remaining destroyer, Anshan, decided it's smart to go after the enemy carrier, and he will get him. So now we will have Anshan, Pensacola, we will have New Mexico, which was near spawn, and we will have me. So currently I have 70,000 damage, and yeah, I won't be now focusing the Congo. I'm dropping the fighters to just spot the enemy battleships, and I will go after the Congo, and after then most likely after the Bayern. But the Congo should be now my priority, as he is basically further away from the rest of his team. And I hit actually quite nice. I managed to drop him quite nicely. 3 hits, 1 fire, and it seems to be a perma-fire. I am losing still the planes, but I know that it's just the Congo and the Bayern. I'm trying to dodge the flag. Always zigzag before you gonna drop the enemy ship. And I noticed the Congo used the damage cone. I hit him again with all three bombs, and that was a perma fire on the Congo right now. So the Congo should go down unless he has heal. He should burn down, right? And if the Congo dies, then only Bayern will remain, and that actually will be my next target, right? I'm still not sure if the Congo will die, but I think it will. No, he had healed up, so he won't die. So now I know that he won't die because he healed up. The firewall would kill him, but because he healed up, there is no chance for him to die from single fire. So I will be dropping the Congo in that case because he needs to die. He needs to die, and that's the first drop, and then the second drop will go after the Bayern for sure. The Congo, I should be able to hit him. He's quite fast, but still there was one torpedo which I managed to hit, and that was my 6th kill. And yeah, this was my last drop. The Bayern, I should be able to hit him, and I don't think we will be able to get rid of or drop him anymore because he was quite far away. I'm sending the planes towards, but luckily my New Mexico was able to finish him, and I decided to go after the remaining two battleships. But there is only 20 seconds left, and it was a nice game. We actually rounded the damage to 100,000. We hit 17 torpedo hits, 17 bombs, and 8 rockets, right? And we have Kraken and Confederate achievement. Let me show you guys the result screen. So as the summary, we did 100,000 damage, 17 torpedo hits, 17 bomb hits, 8 rocket hits, 6 kills, 4 flood and sorry, 4 fires, 3 times we were able to flood the enemy ships. We even defended our cap. We hit 8 rocket plane hits, and we got Confederate and Kraken Unleashed achievements, right? So let me show you the table with the team standings. Now, uh, here, as you can see, we were able to get first on experience with 1,666 base XP. You might not know, but the carriers are receiving reduced base experience from the games. Therefore, if I had the same result with any other ship, like with the battleship, destroyer, or even cruiser, we would have more than 2,500 base XP, most likely. So in this case, we have reduced, but it still was enough for me to get first experience. And the last thing I will show you is the build and the captain skills. Here is my ranger. I currently don't have commander on him because I moved the commander from ranger to Lexington while I'm grinding. So let's get quickly through the equipment. In regards to upgrades, uh, I went first the dive bombers, then I went for the torpedo bombers, and as the last I went for the rocket planes, and then the hull, upgraded hull. In regards to the consumables, so I have the air group modification 1 in the first slot to increase the speed of the returning squads. In the second slot, the aircraft engine modification 1 to improve squadron engine boost duration. In the third slot, I have the attack aircraft attack time. That means the rocket planes, right? Having be able to aim longer with the rocket planes is very useful, especially when you are attacking the destroyer and you don't have fighter planes over him, so you are constantly losing like his vision of him, because you are the circle you can do or the turn you can do is not tight enough to stay in the detection range of the destroyer, so you are losing the vision. Therefore, having longer time to attack is way better on the rocket planes. And the last one, the more HP on the bombers, because the bombers are actually bread and butter. They deal a lot of damage in comparison to torpedo bombers, but usually I'm finding it way easier to hit the torpedoes than the bombs. especially when there are times when I'm attacking from the side, right? So that was in regards to the upgrades, and let me quickly go to Lexington so I can show you my captain. I had only 14-point captain, but this is what I'm pick first, right? So first was the air supremacy, aircraft restoration time improved. That's the skill number one. As the second, you want the improved engine, so the squadron speed is increased by 2.5%. As the third one, you want the how is aircraft armor. Yeah. So the continuous A damage is you are receiving is decreased by 10%. And after that, you want to go with the bomber fire contour. As I mentioned, the bombers are bread and butter. That those should be the main damage dealers, and also the torpedo, right? Proximity fuse. So 14-point captain went for the proximity fuse. With Americans, I will build the next skill point. How I will build those? I might actually go. We're trying the reduction of the damage from AA explosions is like something you might not need. It's good to have in case you are not able to zigzag and you are not trying actively to dodge the flag. So if you are flying through the flags, definitely go, and you have troubles avoiding flag, then definitely go for enhanced aircraft armor. I probably will not go for that one. I will most likely go. I will most likely go survivability expert. So I will increase the HP of each aircraft. Um, I will go for side stabilization on American, on Japanese carriers. You didn't need that. On German carriers, you didn't need that. But on American, actually, yeah, the aiming times are really bad, and especially, for example, on Lexington, when you are using the tiny team rockets, the circle is huge, and whenever you maneuver just slightly, the circle is really huge. So the side stabilization is way, I would say, necessary to go. So I'm thinking of going side stabilization, then the aircraft HP, which will give me 20-point captain, and the last skill would be the squadron engine boost duration, most likely, because I'm trying to, yeah, the improved engine boost. If you think your planes can survive quite nicely, and you don't, if you think you don't need the survivability expert, the next option is definitely the demolition expert. For the better chance of for your rockets and HE bombers to set fires. So these are really nice too. But this one, side stabilization is must. Okay, on the American, then you can choose. But I definitely will go side stabilization, and most likely the survivability expert, and then the improved engine boost. So I will avoid this one, this skill, enhanced aircraft armor. All right, guys. So that was it for me for this video from today. And guys, I see you later on. You can watch me on my stream. You can watch my stream on the twitch.com/Rohim. And thank you very much for watching this YouTube video. Like it if you like it. If you don't, subscribe, and see you later, guys. Bye.